needed and then putting forth plans to improve things. So we put together a three-phase plan that involved a lot of stakeholder outreach. During the first part of it, we developed a more formal smart grid interoperability panel to drive things forward, and then we realized that standards are only one piece to the puzzle. You also need good testing and certification, because as the equipment that goes into the smart grid is being implemented, it needs to talk with each other in a more automated fashion. So with all of this work, it's resulted in an overall framework and roadmap guides, both Release 1 and Release 2, so that if you're interested in the broad scope of the smart grid and the standards and all of the different protocols that are behind much of the discussion that we're talking about today, the website here at the bottom, the nist.gov/smartgrid site, has the links to all of the material that we've produced. It's all web accessible. And the forum in which we do a lot of this outreach with the organizations driving the smart grid, many of which are also in Canada, so we have many Canadian members and other international members, is our smart grid interoperability panel. So this is where people come to sort out the standards issues in order to drive the smart grid forward. Now I want to start getting into the issue of the panel today, is that information on data access. One of the things in the US that we're driving towards is smart disclosure. It's the concept of getting the information out there in standardized machine-readable formats to empower and enable consumers. And this is a upper-level government effort, has very strong White House support. There's a separate task force on this and a whole host of activities. And some of the activities I'm going to talk about on Green Button are directly supportive of smart disclosure. If we look at a picture of the smart grid, it kind of gives the different domains, and I want to focus our attention on the consumer domain, because this is where that connection with the consumer is going to come, and all of the power of the smart grid, all of the data analytics,